few more dudes. Oh, hey, whoa, hey, everybody, welcome back to the No Cover TV podcast. Look who's in the house next to me. David Incognito's in the house from Demon Christ, and we're going to have one hell of a show today with David. All right, but before we talk with David and talk about Demon Christ and the music and what's going on with their band, I want to talk to you out there first and say thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart for checking out the No Cover TV podcast. And of course, back in the day when it was a TV show from 97 to 2014, then the radio I went, now the podcast. You can't get rid of Big Al. I'm going to be a pain in your butt for a long time, people. Okay, it's about these musicians and artists and getting their story of music out all around the world. And yes, we are all over the world. We're in countries I never expected. Unbelievable. And it's cool when I do talk to people around the world. Sometimes I don't even understand what they're saying, but I get it because it's about music. We don't need to speak, the same language. It's about music, man. We get it. It's about, we know, we understand. So thank you, everybody out there. And there's some wonderful people I want to thank, too. I want to thank all you local and international artists and indie artists out there that are getting hold of me. Believe me, I got the list a mile long. We've already got March booked out. We're working on April and June. And I will get a hold of you. I promise you, I haven't forgot about you. But let me name a couple other people. And these are PR agencies and labels that also send me artists and get people out there. I got the list here. I actually got the list right in front of me. Sandra's out there from De La Parra Entertainment, and I want to thank Sandra. Andrew Hall Music Management. And I want to thank us from Blindfolded International Management. I want to thank Legion Entertainment. I want to thank SBM Global. I want to thank Round the Clock PR. I want to thank Nashville Entertainment Weekly. I want to thank David Landon. He sends me the kids, under 18. Wow, amazing what these kids can do. Make me look bad when I was their age. Wow, that ain't right. But anyways, thank you, David, for that. I also want to thank Brian Moore out there. Or Rage Breed Records. Yeah, Brian, you're sending me some kick-ass artists. Just like this one right here, David. Yes. So I'm going to catch my breath because I'm old. And I got to say, you know what I'm going to say, people. I don't know if David knows what I'm going to say, but this is what I'm going to go. My three favorite words. Here we go. What are they, people? Support, support, support. Support these artists. Go to the shows and pay a cover charge if there is one. Then get to that swag table with a duffel bag or a backpack. Load up. Get your albums, your CDs, your hoodies, your posters, your t-shirts, your coffee mugs, shot glasses, keychains, bumper stickers, panties. I have seen it all. Load up. All right, folks, because that's how they make their money. You think they're getting paid to do what they're doing? You think. But anyways, get out to that floor and enjoy that show and see if you can stick around afterwards. Get an autograph. I still believe in autographs. Get them to autograph all your stuff. And remember, the best thing is these artists love doing what they're doing to put a smile on your face. And, of course, your smile kicks right back to them and puts a big old shitty grin or smile on their face, doesn't it, David? Yes, indeed. So let's get to our interview. This is going to be great. But before we get to the interview, I am going to warn you, I am going to make this a rated R show. So little ones, get your parents' permissions or get the hell off the show right now because we are just going to freely talk. And there might be some subjects you might not want to listen to. So if you don't like what you hear, turn the damn channel. That's the way it is. All right, people. But don't go anywhere. It's going to be a great show. David Incognito's in the house from Demon Christ. David, how are you doing, brother?
What's going on, Al? How's everything going, brother?
Doing good.
And let me point this out to you. I am the Demon Christ.
There we go. I love it. All right. I love it, David. We're going to have a great show because Demon Christ, David here, the vocalist for Demon Christ, the main man for Demon Christ, and their music is hard deathcore metal, man. I dig it.
Blackened deathcore. Blackened.
Wow, that's a new one for me, man. Back it was just
Blackened death. Yep, blackened deathcore. It's got the black metal because I do two-tone vocals, black metal vocals, low guttural.
Damn, dude.
Don't be surprised at some point you might hear some clean vocals because I dare to be different and don't give a shit.
There you dare to be different. It goes outside that box. But yeah, so it changes over the years because back, 30 years ago, it was just death metal. Then it came to deathcore. Then it comes to, not like you say, black, and of course, doom metal. We've had doom bands on and stuff like that. And
I love all that stuff.
Oh, it's all great. It's deep. It's dark. It's hard. It's in your face, and it just beats the shit out of you. I mean, oh yeah, that's great stuff, brother. So Big Al here. I'm a rock and roller, and I love all kinds of music, and I definitely love the deathcore and hardcore music. So we're gonna get into it with David here. We're gonna go down that road. So remember, people, things do go bump in the night. Okay, don't look under the bed. Just don't do it. Don't open that closet at night because it's in there. David's waiting for you. All right, David. Okay, whew, we got quite a bit to talk about, my friend. But before we even talk to music about the music at right now, I want to jump inside your head and learn a little bit about you. You gonna allow me up in that head of yours?
Well, I've been singing for 30 years. I've been doing extreme metal vocals since I was about 13 years old.
All right, hold it right there. Hold it right there. Okay, don't go too fast, Tommy. We got time. All right. So you started at about 13.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm going to take you back a little earlier, about 7 to 8, 9, 10 years old. I mean, you're listening kind of, what parents were listening to, and brothers or sisters, maybe if you have them, or aunts, uncles. I don't know. But before 13 came around, what was on the radio or record player, 8-track tape? What were they listening to? And you
Uh,
grabbing onto?
my dad was into Kiss and Van Halen,
Hell yeah.
and but he also
Oh,
was
yeah.
into like the 50s and 60s and stuff. So like Patsy Cline, the Brat Pack, Frank Sinatra, stuff
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
I'm 100% Sicilian Barez, so it was a lot of different things, spinning around there. But
Right on.
what got me to want to do music and start getting into it is when I heard like Van Halen and Kiss, and then when I got that opportunity to hear Celtic Frost and Venom, then it was over, man. I was
It
like,
was
yeah,
over.
there we go. I was like, yeah, I
So,
wanna write songs about destroying everybody.
right. Yeah. I'll destroy the world. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, well, now that at 13, okay, what would be the first heaviest band you listened to that caught your ear?
The first, whew, wow, Venom,
Venom. Venom. Oh, yeah.
Anthrax,
Yeah.
Anthrax, Slayer,
Anthrax all the way, man. I love Anthrax.
Slayer, yep,
Slayer,
Slayer,
definitely.
yep. I was into Bathory. I was into all that stuff, man, like King Diamond, Merciful Fate.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There are so many amazing, hardcore death metal bands out there. It's just, yeah, wow, incredible.
I'm very heavily into like the groovy stuff, like Obituary, Death,
Oh,
Morbid Angel.
yeah, you're real
Yeah.
dark. Okay, all right. Okay, so at 13, you found that music. You said, "Hell yeah, that's what I want to listen to." But at that age, we're still in school. Did you think, I want to do this for a living someday? I want to be in a band and do this kind of music.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
did a lot of I did a talent show at the age of 14, 13, 14, roughly. I'm
Oh
trying to, and the project was called Plague.
Play nice.
It was just me and a couple of my friends, and I was playing bass at the time, and just learning how to do the screaming style of vocals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then like once like 14, 15 came in, I did start opening up more. Like I listened to and I'm not ashamed to say this, 90s grunge music.
Well, hey, that's great stuff. Yeah.
My idol is Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots.
Bless Scott. I wish he was still
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I met him like 5 months before he passed when he was doing Scott Weiland and the Wallabouts.
Yeah.
I live out here in New Jersey, and I went to the Stone Pony to see that.
Wow,
And,
Stone Pony, no shit.
yeah,
Man,
so-
that made
so-
a long time.
Yeah. So that was like really cool. And I mean, like, but there's so many great singers out there. Even though I chose to, I do. I'm very unique with my vocals. Like I can sing clean. I took vocal lessons. I mainly got into the extreme stuff because I have PTSD and it let out a lot of aggression and stuff like that. But I mean, I did stab at the commercial stuff. You know what I mean? Like and a lot of people are going to laugh, and I don't care. I'm a huge Matchbox 20 fan. Rob Thomas has an amazing voice, dude. I know it's
He
funny.
does.
Believe me, people have said it.
No,
People
it's
say
not funny. I like it too. That's why
yeah,
I'm laughing.
they're like, how the hell do you listen to that? But then you write songs about, you know, mind manipulation and
Killing people. Yeah, right.
yeah, and I mean, like, look, I put this out here. I know the project's called Demon Christ. By all means, my project is not sacrilegious in any way. Yes, I do touch on religion and stuff
Yeah,
like that
right.
because I'm just sick and tired of it having the shit rammed down my throat every day. You know what I mean? So, but I like to, you got to be creative. I'm very unique with stuff.
Creative. Exactly. And that's what it is. It's creative art, expression art, and it's your
Mhm,
art. And,
mhm,
who's to tell you what to do with your mind and your art and what to say,
mhm,
And that's why we like the freedom of speech that
mhm.
we have so far.
Before I move on, I want to give a big shout out to my label, Rage Breed Records. Karina Sear.
Hey,
She's I've been friends with her a decade, and she's had my back even with my rock doom project, Southern Doom project, kind of like
wow.
Black Label, Incognito Theory.
Wow.
And I want to give a big shout out to my manager. He's now my manager, really good friend, Brian Moore.
Brian, yes,
Who's
we
with
say that
Rage
all
Breed?
the time.
Yeah, he's with Rage Breed. He's a great dude,
You're
and
great.
so I mean, like, there's like so many people, and then James. I just recently became friends with James from Tour de Thrash. Right here, baby, Tour de Thrash, baby. You
Yeah,
want to
there
hear?
it is on the
You
shirt.
want you want to hear Demon Christ, man? You go and you check out Tour de Thrash. You check out Tracy and Ray over at WXAX Radio. So that's going to be cool. And a big thank you to you, Al, for having me tonight. So before I get that out of the way, so we can, digress back into things. But Demon Christ is the aesthetic. I wanted something. I wanted it to be Omega. I wanted it to be dark. I wanted it to be sadistic. I wanted it to be evil. I wanted it to be manipulative, and I wanted it to be unique.
Yeah,
And that's where we went.
and you definitely succeeded on what you were trying to do. Now, I want to back up a second here. We mentioned, and this isn't even a part. Well, it is a part of the music and a part of you, but you have PTSD,
Yes.
and this is a way for you to be able to express yourself through your music, like a lot of people do. And
Yes.
most people don't know out there. I have PTSD too, and I have to express it through certain outlets also. And my outlet is a book coming out. But anyways, we
Oh,
all
very nice.
express we all express what we go through. Especially as musicians, we do it through our music, whether it's beautiful and soft or it's heavy and hard, and we punch you in the fucking face.
Yes.
No. So, well, everybody he thanked, thank you for me, to you, to him, to everybody. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing out there. All right.
I have an awesome team out there. Rage Breed has been amazing.
You really do. And that's great when you can have a great team behind you, producers, engineers, your PR, all that, your distributors.
All my producers are all in house. I have like a really great bunch of people working with the Demon Christ project. I got some killer mentors: Steve Zink from Danzig, Michael Pond from Symphony X. Yeah, I mean, like, so many cool people. I mean, and my live lineup is just, I'm very grateful for my live lineup. I really am.
Sweet.
So
nice. And you got another mentor right here to help you out. Anything
thank you so much.
I'm
Thank
here
you
for you, brother.
Yeah.
No Cover TV's down.
We'll get into that about who's going to be playing out with me and doing all this cool stuff.
Oh yeah, we got
how things are coming together. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So let's keep going here now. Okay, did you join a band or do anything before 18?
I've always put bands together. I had two other bands. I had Euphoric, and I had another project called Lucifer Storm, and then I had another project called Locaine, which is still going with my old. He's still a very dear friend of mine, Jerry Gomez. He now runs that project now, but pretty much after all that, I mean, everything that I've done escalating has all been me putting together. Same like as with
Oh,
Demon Christ.
sure, sure.
You know, I'm the founding member. It's my whole aesthetic, my whole
Your baby.
my yeah. So I mean, it's just like Incognito Theory too. So I mean, like of course with Jay Prusak, JP Death, the Reaper, the guitar, one of the guitar players. That's my best friend. We've been playing together 27 years, and he dealt with a lot of stuff. I mean, he did the recordings with me and everything, and then he was dealing with some health stuff. But luckily, he's okay. And I just want to say, Jay, welcome back, dude. Let's get out there. We're going to kick everybody's face in once again, brother. Demon Christ and the Reaper are coming to fuck everybody.
That's
hard
right. You
this
heard
time.
it hard. Wham, bam, bam. There ain't no thank you, ma'am. It's just you're gonna get hit hard. That's great. Okay, but now let me ask you this. 18 hits. We got to get out of school and get a fucking life, and either we go to college or we do this or that, and what did you pursue and also keep the music on the side, or did you keep that music in front of you and do something else?
Music was my main stuff, but I did go to Culinary Institute of America in Florida,
Ooh,
and I got my culinary degree. My dad is obviously retired now. He's 76 years old. He worked for Hilton Corporation. He was a general manager for Hilton Hotels, so he pretty much taught me the business and and all that.
wow.
I was supposed to be a big chef, but you know what? I was too busy wanting to rock and roll and hanging out with chicks, man. I didn't give a shit about it.
Right. Cut the food.
Of course those days are over because I got my wife now, and
Right.
Christy's one of the big reasons why I'm back doing extreme metal music.
Nice, brother.
So,
and I'll give props to my wife, who's my angel that keeps me running every day too, man. You got to have a foot up your butt sometimes, twist around and keep you going. That's great, brother. Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we're moving on, and okay, let's get to Demon Christ. Okay. Now, is this, it's not new, but when did we really focus and get this, EP out, these singles out? When did we do this? The last few years?
Well, I started working on stuff about almost 2 years ago. And then my first release came out, which was the first 2 singles, and it's a record. It's 11-song record, by the way.
Hey, there we go. I like it.
It's an 11-song self-titled album. Karina and Ragebreed and James, they put out Thorns of Sadistic Intent and Stalk the Dead.
I love Stalk the Dead. That's
thank you. Actually, I'm going to explain this to you so you know. Stalk the Dead and Thorns of Sadistic Intent actually go side and side. They go hand in hand. The record is actually dedicated to my wife. She is a survivor of domestic violence and assault and stuff like that. So these particular 2 songs are very important. If you've seen the video for Thorns of Sadistic Intent, that is the end game. So we'll digress into this. We'll start this way. When I released Stalk the Dead is the mentality that I was feeling and thinking about things that my wife explained to me that happened to her. And, I needed an outlet to get out how I felt
visually
about what I would do if I ever saw this person or whatever. Now, because of her scars and her dealing with trauma and all that, that's where Thorns of Sadistic Intent comes into play. Okay. Yeah. I have a family member who's in the medical field, and we were having a conversation about how could you take somebody out invisibly?
Oh, I know. But you don't have to tell everybody out there all of it, but I know.
So the way I visualized, I don't know if anybody's into the movie Strangeland.
I think a lot of people are.
Yeah. So the meaning behind, if you watch the video, the meaning behind Thorns of Sadistic Intent is about a person who has sexually assaulted a person, women in general, and he or she, either or, is ambushed, and then they're taken to a disclosed area, and then you simultaneously insert pins into their moving parts of their body that renders them paralyzed.
Yes.
So they're in fear when you catch them, and they're in fear when they die.
Yes, they are. They are. And it.
So
I
obviously you can't really do that, but I mean you can, but you can't. You're going to get in serious trouble. But I had to have I'm like, I had to write a song like this. I wanted something fun, but I wanted it kind of sort of realistic. So that's where like the surgical gloves come into play, and it's crazy. I don't know if you saw the video or not, but
I did.
Yeah. Actually, the guy in the video that's running is supposed to simulate the person who, is the bastard out there that, hopefully he'll watch this. I'm coming for you, baby.
We both are coming for you. All right. I am not going to give too much out there until my book is released, but I went through something similar. And so my book will explain all of that. But the video, yes, I totally understand it. And it is totally something I've seen. And I definitely know how you feel inside about wanting to go after the perpetrator and do some really fucked up shit to him.
Yeah. That's why I dedicated the record to my wife. This Demon Christ self-titled is dedicated to her. Chrissy Inc., also known as Mrs. Christ.
There you go. I like that, brother.
Yeah. She's also on Rage Breed Records. She's got some music coming out this summer. A song that didn't make the record is called Lust Like Plague, and that video and song will come out next month in March.
Nice. Woo,
and my wife is on it. She's singing on it, so it's going to be really cool. So that's going to be crazy, dude, because it's like extreme death metal vocals mixed with Christina Scabia.
Wow.
So I mean, Chrissy's really, she's been singing a long time, but I mean, like, I wanted to do this, and what I'm doing also with this record and my merchandise and everything, and my label is behind me 110%. A piece of the proceeds are going to anybody who's been sexually assaulted or been through domestic violence. So, even though Demon Christ is out there and wild and crazy, and I'm coming for you all because no one can be saved, I still have a heart, and I'm still a human, and I feel bad for everybody that has been through all this stuff. And so,
very beautiful, brother. Very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
What some people don't get is they'll see people like you that are playing the deathcore music, and you're all about the devil and this and that, but bullshit. These people are human beings. They got a heart of gold, and they're some of the nicest people in the fucking world. They are. They are just like, us bikers, in the
exactly.
Nice people, okay? But yes, if you cross us the wrong way, we'll put a hurting on you. Just put
yes, exactly. I mean, like, everything's coming together really cool. We're in the middle of finishing up the next video from Off the Record. It's actually, Braced for the Nails.
Nice.
And that's going to feature the guys that are performing live with me. Which is Joe Diacqui on drums from Pierced, Mike Usifer and Brian Harrigan from Summon the Demons. You might know Mike Usifer. Mike has been my friend over 20 years. He is from the band. He used to have a band called Primeval. So now he's got Summon the Demons with Brian Harrigan. So that's going to be really cool. Just a quick little plug. And then I had Mike Lapana, Symphony X. He's been cranking stuff with me for a long time, so that's cool. We'll see if he makes it out to the shows. If not, the lineup for my first show in June, which is Vengeance 7, thanks to KP Productions and Engorge, which is Kyle Powell. I got Brian, I got Mike, and my best friend Jay, the Reaper, JP Death. He's back, and Joe Diacqui from Pierce. So this is going to be really cool, dude. We're going to put a killer show together for everybody.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to fly.
That's the first inaugural. That's the first inaugural show, Al.
That's the first.
So that's good. Yeah, in June, bro. The weekend of the 26th and 27th. A lot of killer bands on there, dude. Dominion's on it. Morning is on it. Like, I mean, I'm just throwing a couple out there so everybody knows. Engorge is on it. It's going to be like a really killer killer
Oh,
heavy show. So I'm really stoked about all this. You know,
so is this a festival?
yes, it's called
Okay,
Vengeance Fest.
Bezins Fest. Okay, and you're going to have at least 10 to 20,000 people out there, probably.
Well, we're gonna see. It's just from what I understand, we got it. KP Productions has been doing really well. Kyle's a really dear friend of mine, so
Sure.
he's it was very nice of him to hook us up with our inaugural show. So I'm really stoked about that. I've already been in the studio working on new material already, so I'm already starting to get prepped for other stuff.
Nice.
I'm in talks with this coffee company about releasing Demon Christ coffee, so that's going to
Oh,
be great. Yeah,
yeah,
that's going to be killer. And
brother.
yeah, it's going to be brewed for the unholy, baby.
Oh, that's right.
Or shall I say the unforgiven, you know what I mean?
That's right. You feel something churning in your tummy, it's taking over.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly, bro.
That's great, David. I like that, brother. Before we get any farther, David, tell everybody out there where they can find Demon Christ in the music. Where can we go?
You can go to Bandcamp. They
Okay.
can go to Instagram, Demon Christ Official on Instagram. They can go to Demon Christ Official like page on Facebook. I'm in the middle of processing and working on a website, but right now, that's what I have. If they want to listen to the stuff, they can go to Spotify. They can go to Apple Music. The whole record's up there. The record's out. Record's been out since February 2nd.
Check it out,
So,
man.
I'm really things are going really well, man. The songs are, and of course, like I said, Braced for the Nails. One of the tracks off the record is on the Rage Breed Records compilation. So if anybody wants to take a stab at that, all you can do is go to Rage Breed store
That's
and
right.
get your copy there if they want to check that out too. So I mean, like things are going great, man. They really. I can't wait for everybody to see this next video.
I
Brace for the
can't
Nails
wait.
is really going to put people in a.
Mm.
If they were getting it with Thorns of Sadistic Intent, wait till they see Brace for the Nails, because all I can tell you is, at the end of the day, everybody burns in hellfire.
I love it, David. That's great, brother. Hey, you just scared away half the audience. No, I'm just kidding.
I
That's
probably did. Oh well, too bad. Hey, listen, we
right.
play metal, okay? And if you're a
That's
poser,
right.
then don't listen to it.
That's what I told him in the beginning. That's great, man. Because I listen to the music, and it's just like I told you, I worked with so many heavy metal band, deathcore metal bands for 40
Yeah.
years, and
Mhm.
just amazing. And you're right at the top of the game, right there. I mean,
Thank you.
your drummer's amazing. I love hearing a speed pedal just take it, just ripping across those drums and shit. I mean,
Thank you.
excellent. I mean, you got your choking vocals, or you're just killing it, fucking
Thank
killing
you.
it. I mean, you got
Thank you.
Reaper rapid. You doing the rapid riffs, just tearing up that guitar. I mean, I'm surprised that doesn't burn in his hand. The
Mhm.
guitar. And a
he's
powerful bass, man.
he's still doing it.
Unbelievable,
Yeah,
man.
he's still crushing it, Jay. I mean, I give
Good,
him a lot of credit. At 60 years old, man, he's still ripping
right
it down,
on.
man.
Good deal. And you're a five-piece band, right?
We are a four-piece.
Four-piece.
We
Okay,
are
four.
four-piece. We are four-piece live right now.
Mhm.
If all goes well, we will be a five-piece. But right now, we're sticking to the four because I'm trying to figure out who is going to be doing more on for bass live.
Uh-huh.
So what I did was what I did was is Brian Harrigan was, he's one of the rhythm guitar players. He was so kind enough because he does the backing vocals with me live and stuff like that. So
Sure,
he's gonna
sure.
play bass for the inaugural show, and it's gonna be really cool. And so we decided to keep it, you know, the cool core of everybody to just kind of, you know.
Right on.
So
Okay.
this is gonna be really killer, man. Like I'm in the middle of working on scrims and stuff for the stage, and so
Mm.
this is gonna be really really cool stuff. I mean, look, it's all in the making. I mean, it's been taking a while, but you know, practices are going to take some time. But I mean,
Yeah.
we've been hacking at the branches of evil for a while. So I think once once I get it where I want it and how I want it to work, I think things are going to be really cool. And
Oh, I'm
you know,
sure so.
you know,
Definitely. Now, let me ask you a question. What do you we're in the present now, but what do you think about the metal, the hardcore death metal that started back in the 90s and stuff, late 80s, I would say 90s. What do you think of that compared to now? What do you think the difference there
My
is?
favorite, I think that they're great. My favorite from like the 90s and stuff like that. I'm a big internal bleeding guy.
Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, Chris is an amazing guitar player. I mean, really cool friend and big supporter. And I'm also a big Dying Fetus fan. John Gallagher is awesome. Obituary, shit,
Yeah.
man, Skinless. I mean, like I'm pretty. I pretty much listen to all that stuff. But yes,
That's sweet.
it is a bit of a difference. I mean, like we did lose Mitch Lucker a couple of years ago from Suicide Silence, and I really loved what the style of vocal he was bringing in with Suicide Silence. So it was a hard loss on that.
Yeah.
Um, but a lot of these new black and deathcore bands and deathcore bands are really killing it. Like right now, my two favorite right now, my number one favorite, and I have a goal, and I hope it'll happen at some point. Ricky Hoover of Obe Sulphur. I'd love to
Oh,
collab with that guy. Obe Sulphur is one of my top favorite, and then next to them is Immortal Disfigurement. So,
nice. Oh
I
man.
mean, like but Obe Sulphur, I like the fact that they're so unique and they mix everything up. They even have some clean vocals in their stuff, and I think that those guys really, they're stepping out of the box, and I like bands like that. You know what I mean? I really do. Of course, I'm a Carnifex fan, and shit, man, Infant Annihilator, Immolation, Hate Eternal, like I'm Cannibal Corpse. The list goes on, dude.
Let's
But
go.
my favorite, now this is where it's going to get real tricky for you. My favorite black metal band, my number one, Mayhem.
Man, well, yes, of course, Mayhem. What the hell? You can't leave them out. David, once in a while we get people that'll pop up comments, and
Sure,
I'm going to pop this comment on the screen right here so you can read it, okay?
sure.
Can you read that?
No, I can't. What does it say?
I think y'all a bunch of freaking natures to get your voice like that. Laugh out loud. Yes, Big Al, you too. That's for my fucking wife. I know where you live, woman. Yes, I am a freak of nature too.
Mitch, we're all freaks of nature.
Yes, and others. Thanks, sweetheart, for that comment. I'll get you when I get downstairs. That's great.
Oh, it's
But
great, man.
but I want to give a shout out. I'm going to go back in the day because when I really heard death metal for the first time, I mean, hardcore was 97. And that
Hmm.
was with a band that came on my TV show in 97 named Sadomasochism.
Oh,
And
they were great.
it became a good friend of mine, Johnny, the singer, and the whole band and everybody. And they were on the show throughout the years several times. They changed their name to Flesh for the East and stuff like that. But the kicker is when they were on the first time and they're tearing up the studio and John's voice is like yours. I can't do it, but oh yeah. And he's got the long hair down to his ass, just whipping it around like everybody else and stuff. And one song came on, and I'm of course in the booth doing what I got to do, watching the guys out there in the studio. And the song comes on, and he says, "Name of this song is I'm gonna fuck your dead rotting corpse." I go, hell yeah! And that was the best song I heard. It was unbelievable. So yeah, he totally tore up the town of West Michigan
Yeah.
where I was from.
I'm still trying. I'm still trying to grow my hair back. I cut it down a little bit just to,
Yeah,
do something different. I should have never did that. I had my hair past my shoulders. It was long, but
yeah.
yeah, it's just gonna. Family functions come up. You got to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Yeah, I cut mine off too and gave it to Locks of Love so the kids,
I
had
did the
to.
same thing. But you think that song title's crazy, man? I got a song title. I got two of them. You know one of them. One of them. You already know one of them because you posted it out the other day. You know.
No, not me. I didn't do nothing.
Industry leech, which we'll talk about that.
Well, yes, why don't we jump right into that? Interesting leeches. We're gonna have fun now, my friend. Ooh, and I know who this person is. So
Yeah,
let's talk
I know
about.
two of them.
Oh
Punks.
my!
And
I
that's all I'm going to
know.
say about that.
Right. I know many of them, and I put my foot
Yeah.
up their butts for 40 years. But, anyways, let's talk about industry leeches. And if you don't understand what we're saying, it's people that are going to try to grab onto you and try to suck everything out of you and take it and run. Okay. And they're going to fuck you.
Yes.
Okay. And you probably
Deep.
already came across that, some of you out there, because I have. David has. And most of us artists have been doing this for a long time, have dealt with someone like that. So let's give me your experience with this leech, and I might even name a name.
Yeah, I mean, let me just say this. I'm not going to go too deep with names or anything like that, but what I will
Sure.
say is that I was working with a label when I was doing my Incognito Theory project, and everything was pay to play, pay to play, pay to play. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that for you. And when you didn't have something, all of a sudden you were put on the back burner. You didn't know
Yeah.
when your music was coming out and all this stuff. If this person is watching, I really don't give a shit. And you know who you are. So, with that being said, fuck you. Okay. And here's a bouquet of fuck yous because you're a dick.
That's
So, and then of course, there was other people that wanted to work with me, and I just, I chose not to because there was just some things there that I learned over the years, and I'm going to say thank you to her again, Karina. I
Karina.
love you, sister, my label owner. She started the ball for me to get me to try to understand, and then Brian Moore, my manager, he really got me to truly understand a lot of things. And then my mentors, Mike and
Good.
Mike and Steve,
Good.
they really just to sit back and kind of think about things. And I just
Good.
feel that there's too many fucking people out there that are not about the artist. They're too busy
No, no.
wanting to put their corporate horse suits on and
Yeah.
and just take, but they're not willing to do anything
No.
for the artist. They don't get on the phone with you. They won't converse with you to strategize anything. They just want to say, hey, look, this is what you can do, but hey, it's going to cost X, Y, and Z for you to do it. Yeah.
Right.
Well, guess
Right.
what? Kiss my ass. Because you
Yes.
know what? Everything that I've done with Demon Christ right now is all in house.
Nice.
Everything.
Nice.
I have
Right
my
on.
own team.
There you go. And even people, we'll get more into this jerk
Yeah.
off here, but
Yeah.
even if you don't have a team behind you, like David does here, you can do all of this yourself. Okay, you can learn it, you can do it. Okay, like I tell people, learn your sound, learn the soundboard a little bit, because most sound men just have their basic sound settings. Your sound is a little different, so you can go up to them and tell them adjust this or that or this. Learn a
Mhm.
little of that. Learn a little bit of the business. Learn how the establishment works. Learn how the door works. Learn how management works, and then you get to see what is not supposed to come into the picture, because these people are slick with their words and fast, and they try to get you in a position that you can't make a quick, you can't think about it. You need a snap decision,
Yes.
and that's where they fuck you. Okay,
Yep.
never sign a damn thing unless you talk to me or an attorney or both. Okay,
Mhm.
I'll write you contracts. Okay, I've been writing contracts for 40 years for entertainment businesses, for everything. So yeah,
What
don't.
I love about Rage Breed Records is we are a family.
That's what it's about. Family.
Karina and James and Brian and the whole staff at Rage Breed works with every one of their artists
Beautiful. Bless your
and
heart, Rage Breed.
creates a family environment and creates a strategy that best works for your style of music and who you are, and we all grow together.
There you
It's
go.
not about, it's all about family, I mean, and like Thorns of Distant Intent, you love that video, right? Karina Shear my label owner, she put that video together.
Good job, Karina. Excellent.
She took hours and hours and put that video together. She's actually putting the Brace for the Nails video together too.
Pat on the back, Karina, because I used to edit the TV show, and I hate editing. It's because it does take quite a while, and I don't have the patience.
I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed to have a really cool team with me. And I mean, like, but to end things with Industry Leech. I mean, like, I needed to have that outlet. I needed this because I'm not, look, I came from commercial music. I'm not going to bullshit anybody. I started out doing extreme metal, and then I stepped away from doing extreme metal to do commercial because I wanted to broaden my horizons. And a part of me does feel at times that maybe it was a mistake, but I definitely know now that I'm able to do both. Back then, I didn't feel that way, but getting into the commercial music scene is not what it's it's not all cracked up to be. Like, you need to have a certain look and this and that and all this stuff and and all this crap, and if you're not doing this, you need to change this, and do as I tell you. If you want to do this, you're going to do as I tell you. No, it doesn't work that way.
No,
okay. Now with Demon Christ, this is pretty much my whole brain. Like, everything about Demon Christ is, I'm the founder. It's my aesthetic and everything like that. At some point, maybe these guys will write some stuff, but right now, it's how I wanted things, and thanks to electronics, like computers, plugins, this and that. You can do. I mean, I recently started learning how to type in my own drums and stuff. Jay started showing me how to, like, if you want to, and I'm not afraid to bring that, because you know what, dude, if you want a song to sound the way you want, sometimes you have to do that.
You gotta learn, yeah.
And you got to learn. And I mean, Jay's been producing for a while. My cousin John Moscow has been producing for a while. My buddy Fallon has been producing for a while. John and Fallon's been doing a lot of the mixes with John. And I mean, like, we've been, I have this really awesome team behind me. So, and they know the aesthetic. Having these musicians that are playing live, they got to know the aesthetic. If they can't know the aesthetic, it's not going to work. There's a certain aesthetic. Let me say this to you, Al. Do you remember in the 80s, do you remember the commercial, the Trax commercial, where the guy sits in the chair and his hair's blowing? And his skin is flying off his face. Remember that? That is how I want Demon Christ.
Woo! Yeah.
I'll give you another one. Remember Masters of the Universe, when Skeletor turns gold and he says, "I am," and all this. That's what I want.
I love Skeletor.
That's like, that's what I want. Not He-Man, everybody. Screw He-Man. He's a poser. Skeletor. When he gets gold and he, I mean, same thing with like Pinhead when he says, "I am the way," and the cathedral windows blow up. That is the whole idea behind Demon Christ. And that is what I wanted to do. And I sat back and was like, let me see how I could do this, and started coming up with ideas. But we were talking about crazy song titles. We were talking about your buddies that had that crazy. I have a track that I'm working on right now, and it's called "Skull Fucked in Paradise."
There you go. That's my boy. That's damn right, David. That's what I wanted to hear. I want you to challenge Johnny, my boy. There we go.
I mean, I don't know how well that's going to go over with parents and stuff, but guess what? If you don't want your children listening to this music, then don't buy it for them.
Right. Yeah, right.
It's just creative music. It's just music.
Creative music. Exactly, idiots.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Well, we're at 44 minutes. All right. I want to ask you some fun questions, okay?
Sure. Absolutely, dude. Hey, look, I'm here, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Let's get this is going to be great. All right. 2 answers on this question here. I want you to, these are people. Person alive, a person that's passed away. David, since you were a kid to now, who you want to get on that stage and jam with, man?
Who would I want to get on stage and jam with? All right.
Yeah, dead or alive? Dead and alive.
Okay. Well, obviously, Ricky Hoover from Mob Sulphur, he's alive.
Yep.
Okay. And if I had to choose dead, Dead fellas? You know where I'm going to go with this, right?
Do it. Go ahead.
Vinny and Dimebag Darrell, Pantera.
Woo, yeah, Pantera. Wow, God, man, those were the days. Oh man, ooh, between them and Anthrax. Woo-hoo, my goodness. Mm-hmm.
Phil is my third favorite singer.
Okay,
Phil
all right.
Anselmo, baby.
All right, brother. All right, let's go jump to this question here. Now, think around the world a little bit here. Two answers on this one. What two stages anywhere in the world does Demon Christ want to perform on?
Wow. All right.
I can think of a good one.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't fly.
You don't fly.
I don't fly due to my PTSD. But if I did fly, but then again, I might be persuaded. We'll see.
Yeah.
But Vakken open air would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But somewhere here, wow. Whew, there's so many.
There's
MetLife Stadium, Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, definitely. Madison Square Garden would be great.
You know. But you know what? I'm going to say one more. I really, really hope that I get an opportunity to play Maryland Death Fest or Milwaukee Death Fest. Like, I think that would be sick. And
that would be, man.
Devastation Fest in Tennessee would be sick too. That would be top notch. Well, shout out to Mr. Zach Moonshine over at Metal Devastation and Metal Devastation Radio.
If a black van pulls up with a large crate, you're going for a ride, and you're going to end up on the whacking stage. Okay. I'm sorry I had to do it. I'll put a pillow and a blanket in there with a jug of water.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
I'll throw you a bottle of Valium. You're good.
Jesus, that's great. That's great.
I'll take care of it.
That's great, man.
like I told you in my messaging, I used to send some of my bands to Germany, and they eat you up, man. You wouldn't be able to come home because they wouldn't let you come back. Germany loves it, man. Oh yeah, man. And what's cool is I'm looking around, your fan base is building up quickly. And they're loving what they're hearing, brother. And just keep doing what you're doing. All right, let's keep moving on to the next question. Now, you haven't played per se out with Demon Christ, right?
Not yet.
Okay. But other artists other bands you have?
Yes.
Okay. What's probably the largest crowd you've performed in front of? Average.
Well, I played Starland Ballroom when I had Dying Eyes of Sloth, which was my cult classic death metal band. Me and Jay, we played with Cannibal Corpse, Suicide Silence, and that was like right after Mitch passed, and that was like 2013, 2014. Okay. And I went out to New Hampshire. Played Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin area, with my good friend Scotty Austin from Saving Abel for Incognito Theory, my Southern Doom project. Sure. So that was like kind of cool, you know. But I am hoping that Demon Christ is going to get some really cool stuff. And
you are. But I want to bring you back to when you were playing with one of the other bands, okay? And let's say there's maybe 1,000 people out there, or so, or maybe more, maybe a little less. But
Starland had about 1,000. Starland had about 1,000 people for that Cannibal show that night. It was killer.
Go back to that show in your head. All right, you guys are getting on the stage. You hit the first note. You start freaking going at it, and the people turn around, going fucking A, and the horns are coming up. They're racing to the stage. They're just they're into it, man. And you're seeing this shit out there, and they're loving what you're doing, man. It's got to hit you in your heart. How's it make you feel, brother?
It made me feel great. I had that whole club at Starland. We were doing a track called Beyond the Grave, and I was like, I want everybody to help me with this one. And they all kept going, sloth, 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 all of them. Sloth. And I had 2 circle pits. I had a girl circle pit, and I had a dude circle pit.
Really?
Oh, it was crazy, dude. It was crazy. And I remember looking to the side of the stage when that happened, and there was George Fisher, Corpse Grinder from Cannibal.
No way.
That was probably the coolest the coolest. I was like, holy shit, it's Nathan Explosion from Death Clock, bro. This is awesome.
This is great. Yeah, no doubt, dude. Woo! Oh man. Okay. All right. Let me ask you this question, because now this does happen to all my rock and rollers and heavy metal bands and death bands. Okay, and not sure it's happened to you per se,
hmm
but be honest with me here.
hmm
Can you remember if there was possibly any embarrassing moments on stage you might want to talk about?
Sure, absolutely. I'm
Absolutely.
I'm not ashamed of it. Look, Starland Ballroom. We played with Campbell Corpse. I was partying a little bit that day. Smoked a little, and
No.
had a maybe a half a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Hmm.
And I was on stage and I put my foot on the monitor,
Oh shit.
and my VP Vicky was underneath it. Thank God. If she wasn't there, I would have went out into the crowd. Not that I care, but I mean, like, it was a little high up. So when I
Yeah,
stepped
right.
on that,
You're still gonna feel it.
and my weight at the time, I was like, I was a bigger dude. I lost over 200 and something pounds.
Well,
So,
great
but
for
I was a big dude, man. So,
big boy.
I feel bad for anybody who would have got hit by my fat
Right.
ass at the time. I wasn't worried about me, but I was pretty tuned up, man. I was pretty tuned up, bro. And hey, look, everybody has a couple embarrassing moments, man. But you know what, dude? You got to have fun with life and just kind of
Yeah, yeah. You
know,
know, yeah.
if you can't make fun of yourself, man, then there's a
No.
problem, dude. You know?
Well, and that was fun when, even when I performed, I didn't care. But when we did the TV show, I mean, I didn't edit. I mean, I chopped the show into sections for commercials and things. But, if you fell off the stage or the drummers crashed or whatever happened, the audience wanted to see that. So I never, edited that out of the show. So it was always great.
Yeah.
You never knew what was going to happen. It was awesome.
If you go on Facebook to the Dionysus Slot site, you will see that there's a video up there from that show of everybody slot. You'll see it.
Oh, I'm going to check that.
Still up on Facebook. You just got to look for it. But yeah, man. I mean, like, yeah, but I wouldn't say it was embarrassing because I kind of laughed about it when I got off stage.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm
I
glad.
laughed about it. Yeah, I laughed about it, and I remember looking over at Jay, and I was like, "Yo, Jay, what the?" He goes, "What the hell was that?" I was like, "I don't know. Can I get another shot?" So I mean, but nowadays I really don't partake in any of the pot smoking. I don't really drink that much anymore, and once in a while. Yeah. Well, dude, 47, man. You want to be around. I got a 13-year-old boy and stuff too,
That's
so it's a
right,
little bit
dude.
different.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have stopped, I wouldn't have made it to the 60s. So yeah,
You look great. You look great for your age, bro. You really do, man.
bro. Definitely take care of yourselves. Get off the fucking stupid drugs, people,
Mhm.
and only have a drink once in a while, man. You don't need that shit. You really don't.
Yeah.
Your creativeness is in here and in your heart and soul, not in the drugs.
You got to
man.
keep the voice good. You got to keep the voice.
Right. Take care of your
So it's
vocal.
like you take yourself. Yeah, exactly.
Right. All right, David. Yeah, we're at 53 minutes. We're gonna wrapping this up. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, David. I've had
Thank
a great
you.
time with you, my friend.
So did I. Thank you so much. I'm just going to give a couple of quick shout outs to everybody. If you don't mind. To my band members, to my team, my production team, to my label, Ragebreed Records, but most of all, to Brian Moore, my manager, and but the most important person in my life, my wife, Chrissy.
All right, Chris, you take care of this man, and he's going to take care of you, and you two are going to perform and make some wonderful tunes together.
It's going to be sick, man. Wait till everybody hears Love Like Plague, dude. It's up on Facebook. There's a cap cut up if you want to check it out.
Oh, sweet. All right, I'm going to get out of here with two questions, okay?
Sure.
2 questions before we get out of here. Where do you see Demon Christ in 5 years? What do you want to do with it?
I'm hoping that we'll get a second record out, and I'm hoping that I'll still be performing and hitting some stages and stuff. That would be killer. And if not, my coffee business will be up and running. I'll still be releasing.
Let the demon flow.
Exactly.
I love it.
Stick some headphones in and drink caffeine, right?
Exactly.
Summoning the demons, bro.
Exactly. Summon demons with your coffee in the morning.
Remember, it's brewed for the unforgiven.
That's I love it, my friend. One more question before we get out of
Sure.
here. Do you have any kids offhand?
Yes, my son David is 13 years old.
13-year-old son. This question is for the youngsters right here. You got any advice for these kids that want to do what me and you do?
Well, my son already does sing, so
Excellent, brother.
and he does have a project that he's working on. It's called The Poisoning, and he
Ooh,
does do extreme metal, and he's kind
yeah.
of close. Yeah, he's doing all right. But for anybody who wants to get involved in this, make sure you love what you're doing. Be real about it, okay? And don't expect to make $1 million.
No, if it
Because
happens, it
music is
happens.
life. It's about being creative. It's not about money. And if you're thinking about money, you're in the wrong business, and you shouldn't be doing it because you're doing it for the wrong reasons then.
Right on, man. Follow your heart, and remember, dreams do come true. Because look
Yes,
at
sir.
Dave and me, we made our dreams come true. Don't give
Yes,
up,
sir.
man, and don't listen to those idiots behind you. Like, what is his? We'll just abbreviate the Leech JK. We don't want people like that.
Oh my
Oh,
God, you went there. You went there. You
I
went there.
go. I
Wow.
go
You
even
mean
further.
you mean JKCCR? Oh, ooh.
Oh, he lives in the Sunshine State. Oh my goodness, I
Oh
did not
my
know
God.
that. Oh
We
well,
just
man,
we just went there, Al.
you went there.
You know what that means, brother? That means me and you are douchebags.
Hey, dude. That's like I tell everybody out there. I hate everyone, and I'm a big asshole. That's what happens when you turn 60, man. You're an asshole, and you hate everybody.
I was
What do you
well.
mean?
The best part is I was born one, and I don't give a shit.
That's right. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you like me or not. I just do what I do to do what I do because I love what I do. So everybody out there, check out Demon Christ. Get out there, check it out, and bang your head against the wall because you're going to enjoy it. All right. So
Have a
David,
great night, Al. Thank you so much for everything, my brother.
thank you, David, brother. You need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. And I am actually going to send you a video of Johnny Sadomasochism in the studio performing that song back in '97. I'll
Oh,
find it
that'd
and
be
I'll
great.
send it to you, okay?
Awesome. My brother, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Rock out, brother. All
Later,
right.
dude.
Take care. I'll see you, brother. We're out of
Bye
here.
bye.
Peace. See
Peace.
ya.